Life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the website of Doom's Portland office, which looks a lot like the Mars Needs podcast Portland office, which looks a lot like my apartment. But that just happens to be where I live and get a lot of things done, so I wouldn't think too hard about that if I were you. Now, welcome to You're Doomed. This is the website of Doom's new interactive column. I say interactive because if you're watching this and then you send something into us and it lets us respond to you, then we're interacting. Whee! So the whole idea of this, if you listen to Marcy's podcast, you'll know that recently I toyed around the idea of starting an advice column. I don't know that I necessarily think that idea is going to fly, so I decided to turn it into something bigger and better. And so this is where you guys get to write into us like the letter columns of old. Anybody who ever read like Marvel comics know that, you know, the back page is where they'd respond to stuff, and this is where you could call them out on making mistakes and tell them when they're doing things wrong or right. Well, this is now where you get to do that for us. So this is the website of Doom's interacting with you guys. So here you are. Here we are. We're all yours. So I did get one letter in to start, and so let's answer that first. Dear so-and-so, I have a friend, and even though we don't talk a lot on a personal level, I still consider him as a dear and true friend. Recently, we'll call him J. Jonna, went around asking people to ask him for advice, but never really specified why or what type he was looking for. After getting no answer the first time, he posted the question again with the same lack of description. I assume some things like J. Jonna isn't looking for auto advice or medical advice because he neither has a car nor is a medical professional. He may be trying to offer some acting advice because he sometimes serves as a director, but he may also be looking for cooking advice as he's a baker by trade. So my question to you is this: how do I go about telling my friend to be more concise without sounding like a pretentious douche? Thanks. Harvey M. F. Locust. Wow, that name, J. Jonna? A bit awkward, don't you think? I think the first thing I would tell this person to do, this friend of yours, is to go ahead and cut that name down. Just go with the initials. It makes things so much less awkward than J. Jonna. Too many syllables. Who can live with that? Okay, so thank you, Harvey, for writing in. And so your friend is a baker who sometimes directs, who maybe isn't that good at communicating. Sounds like a pretty all right guy. Sounds like maybe my kind of fella. My guess is that he probably had an idea, maybe decided that it wasn't strong enough and decided to adapt it. Because if somebody has an idea that wants to get done, they will find a way to get it done. Even if, like, let's say on the day they had set aside time to do a certain project, their video camera decides to not work properly. Then you remember that you have a webcam. Sure, it's maybe not as interesting visually and you can't go anywhere with it, but at least something is getting done and you're not wasting the time you have set aside. You know, not that I'm speaking from experience or anything, but, you know, sometimes if an idea is a little bit young, it takes a little bit to get it going. So I wouldn't worry too much about your friend. I'm betting that he probably, maybe from the lack of response, figured out that maybe the idea he had wasn't strong enough and figured out a way to make it a little bit more inclusive and a little bit better.
Gotta sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
And that, of course, brings us to this. You're Doomed, the new video column off of the website of Doom. So we are very excited to have the chance for you to get in touch with us and for us to be able to respond to you. And hopefully we'll, in the very near future, have a email address. I tried to set one up from Google, and that's a whole other story. Apparently Google says that I'm too young to have my own email address, even though I already do. I'm not sure what their problem was there, but so for now, you know, everybody who writes for Doom has their own their email addresses anyway, but as all-encompassing, you can just write me at marsneeds@gmail.com. So feel free to do that, and I will disperse any emails the way they need to go. You can reach us at the website of Doom on Twitter. I think we have a fan page on Facebook. So anyway, any way you want to get in touch with us, please do. And, and if you want one of us, or maybe me, since I'm kind of the one starting this, to respond to you, do so. And as soon as I get enough coming back at me to warrant making another one of these, I will. So thanks, everybody. And remember, you're doomed.
You're doomed, doomed, doomed. You're doomed, doomed.